What is up, everybody? Today I've got a review of a fragrance from a unique house, mainly Lalique Encre Noir. So this, I think it translates into black ink. I'm not 100% sure on it. And this is kind of a slept-on fragrance. It is slept on, and I don't think it deserves any hype. Just being honest here. So this fragrance, the scent profile to me is sort of like, in the opening I get this bomb of cypress. Just cypress, you know, the leaf of the tree they use here in Sweden as like fences. They grow these trees, put them as fences, and the cypress tree. So this just smells like its leaves. Very, very strong. And also a lot of vetiver. A lot of vetiver, actually. And it's not a bad fragrance. I'm just being clear here, but it's not my cup of tea. So yeah, the opening, the cypress hits you right in the face. It's very strong. Some vetiver in the background, and the dry down, it settles into like sort of, the cypress is still there, but it becomes smoother, darker, less pungent, less harsh on the nose, and the musk sort of comes out. So the dry down, it blends into this musky sort of cypress note. So it is beautiful. Beautiful in its own way. It is not objectively beautiful. I'm just being honest here. And this was a blind buy for me. I saw it was very, very cheap. This was like 200 kroners on Notino. I ordered it. It was on sale. And for the price, it is good. I have to appreciate this fragrance for its artistic value, for its own value as a fragrance, not as something that I would like or something that I would wear. So as its own standing fragrance, it is good. It is worth the money. For 200 kroners, well, it's like 25 bucks, $20 or something. This is beautiful stuff, and it is worth the money if you're into this sort of scent, but it's not blind buy worthy whatsoever. I have never worn this. I don't plan on ever wearing this. I'm being honest. I have given it to people and asked their opinion on it, and they did not like it. But sometimes I find myself spraying it on my hand and just smelling it, because it is very unique, and I do appreciate it for its own artistic value, as I've mentioned. And when you look at this fragrance hobby collection, sort of, you need to also see it from the perspective of its artistic value. And I do see this fragrance as being very artistic, not something that is mass appealing, not something that is like an easy grab, like an easy reach fragrance, or something that you will get compliments of, or something to wear on a date, or such as. But yeah, this is a very dark fragrance. I would honestly think that, give it 20 years or something, me maturing more, becoming sort of older, I think I will appreciate this a bit more. And yeah, for its own fragrance, I do appreciate it, and I do like it. So where would this be appropriate? I think you could sing this. If you want to smell like a forest, like a cypress leaf, yeah, go ahead. This is what you want to get, man. But yeah, other than that, I guess you could sort of daily fragrance this, and you could also wear it on a date if you want. But it is very challenging to pull off. It is not something that is mass appealing. It is not something that your date will sort of hold you and like smell you closer. It will not happen. Just being honest here. And yeah, for its price, it is worth the money. But for its sort of, and yeah, for its price and for its artistic value, as I mentioned, this is not a good smelling fragrance. I'm just being honest here. I have to keep it a buck. And yeah, so Encre Noir, I don't really have much to say. It is quite unique. I have asked someone to smell this, and he mentioned that it smells like mosquito detergent spray or something, like a spray you use to keep the mosquitoes away during the summer. And since he said it, this has been sort of stuck in my mind, and I think he's kind of on point with the description of this fragrance. And I don't know if Lalique is a designer house or a niche house. I have seen some people call this a niche fragrance, a good entry niche fragrance, and it is niche quality. Even if it may not be niche, it is niche quality. It is very unique. It is high quality fragrance. It is very artistic. But I've also seen that Lalique does jewelry, so I am not 100% sure if this is niche or designer. And you guys could tell me if you know. I'm not 100% sure. And yeah, so this was Encre Noir. A rating from 1 to 10, I would give this a 6. A 6. I think a 6 is a fair rating for this fragrance. Even though it is unique, it is still beautiful in its own way. I appreciate it for what it is. I appreciate the artistic value of it. I appreciate the vibe of it, the sort of dark foresty vibe. But it's not something for me. It is not a fragrance that I would reach for. As I mentioned, I do catch myself sniffing it kind of occasionally because it is very unique. It is not like anything that I have in my collection, so I appreciate it for what it is. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope this helped you pick out your next fragrance purchase.